Hi everyone, so I've got to do a bit of an intro to this video because basically I couldn't keep the audio from the following video because my neighbours were homeschooling in the garden. So I have been gifted, it's heavy, some fence paint from Ronseal. I picked the colour slate. I was going to go with charcoal grey, but I picked slate in the end. It is a 5-year guarantee on it, and it says Fence Plus. I have been using it to paint the shed. So I tried to paint the shed last year, and I used a well-known hardware shop's brand, and it just didn't cover well. It just left it kind of grainy and patchy, and just didn't last well, basically. So I contacted Ronseal, and they got back to me, and they have kindly gifted me this. So there will be add gift in this corner, just throughout the video. Basically, they have asked me to just share my opinions on it, good, bad, whatever, in return for the product. So this will be about the Ronseal Fence Life Plus 5-year guarantee in slate. Okay, so I've done a time lapse of me painting the first side of the shed. So this is going to be a 2-part video. I need another sunny day basically to paint the side and just to touch up the other bits. But so far, my opinion on the paint is it's really good. I thought it was a bit like basically grey water at first, and I soon realised obviously it's got to be thin because it's going on fences and they've got to absorb it. So I did 2 coats on the shed, and that will be obviously the coats that you see in the video. Now it's dried, it's been on there for about a month. No, less than that. Probably about a month actually, because I did it just before we had the heat wave, and it looks really good. So I'm really impressed, and that was going straight on grey. So the second coat that I do in part 2 will be going onto the original brown. So we'll see how many coats it takes, but I'm really optimistic. I'm really impressed with the product so far. I would currently 100% recommend. On the tub, I can't lift it up because, as I said, it's heavy. It says it's all weather protection, sticks to damp wood, and it's brush or spray on. It is 5 litres. I have been using a brush. I have a feeling I'm possibly might need a second tub, but that's because I want to make sure it is even. I want to make sure every last nook and cranny and crevice is painted, and I also plan on hopefully doing some chairs with it. So anyway, enough of me rambling on. I will link the product in a blog post that's coming soon, and also try and find it on the Ronseal site. I can't link it on here because YouTube won't let me, but if you check out my link on my Instagram page or on the blog, you'll be able to find it. You can get it in all kind of well-known hardware stores such as, you know, B&Q or Homebase, or obviously from Ronseal website. They tell you all the stockists across the country. But yeah, so I will show you my super top time lapse. I'm just being a bit silly in it as well because I had to get changed because apparently I decided to paint in some of my best clothes. Who knew? I was such a silly Billy. Idiot. Whatever you want to call me. Wally. But yeah, so I will add that onto the next clip, and then once part 2 is up, hopefully I'm praying, fingers crossed, to the weather gods for next week, I will write up the full blog post as well, and that will, as always, be on www.ditchwitchdiary.com, and as soon as it's up, I'll post it across all my social media channels. So, enough of me rabbiting on. Let's watch me be a complete idiot and paint the shed. Right, guys, I'll speak to you again soon. Bye! So Ronseal didn't notify me that this was coming, so I had a delivery reattempt twice from said company. So once it arrived and I realised obviously what it was, I was super excited to be able to crack into it and have a look at the colour and make sure it was all correct. And I was literally praying that they had sent me the correct colour, as I was so worried it was going to be completely wrong. But of course it was right, it was correct, and I just needed a perfectly sunny day to get on with the painting. So here's my before of the shed and the surrounding areas, because since I've taken this, I've actually managed to do up the garden as well. So this is last year's paint job. It was patchy, it was dry, it just didn't take well. So obviously when it started to come sunny again, I really wanted to get it painted. Alongside this shed, I also really want to be able to do up these chairs. I cannot wait to be able to get them so nice and not flaky, so we can actually use them and sit on them for when people come over. These were gifted to me by a friend, so obviously I want to do them up. Okay, so you're going to have to ignore me prattling around in this video. I'm really sorry, I don't know what I was on that day. I took about 5 minutes, maybe longer, to open that tub. I'm not going to bore you with it, I sped this right up. I also couldn't find anything to stir the paint with, so I embarrassingly had to use a coat hanger. Whilst I was doing it, I was looking at the consistency. I was trying to show it on camera, but it's really not picked it up at all. Once it had a good stir though, it was thickening up and it was more like paint rather than obviously quite watery. I did start painting the shed in obviously this nice white cami and my favourite shorts. Started painting it, realised that it was going to be a really messy job. Soon obviously had to go get changed because, well, who's going to paint in nice clothes when you really quickly are going to get them ruined? So yeah, this is basically me just painting the shed, so enjoy. If I had to give any advice to you guys, it'd be not stand on a flower bed when you're painting. Make sure you're standing somewhere flat, because you will keep falling off the flower bed and forgetting that you're being filmed and making a total idiot of yourself. And also, obviously, a shed isn't flat. It is incredibly bowed and it will take a lot to paint it. It would maybe be advisory to sand it down first. At this point, I'm realising how much mess I'm going to make. So you have about 30 seconds where I'm getting changed because I realised that I cannot do this. So now you have me in my very attractive pyjamas. So sorry about that, guys, but I don't have professional painting clothes. I am very much a home DIYer, and obviously it was incredibly hot. Actually, considering it was 7 PM at night, this outfit was about the coolest I'd been all day. Yeah, so this is me, basically, in all my glory. So enjoy, guys. Okay guys, so by this point, obviously I've cut out loads of footage as well. I didn't want to bore you too much, with painting the shed, because you are literally watching paint dry. So by this point, obviously I've only done about 2 coats on the windows, and now I'm about to start obviously the rest of the shed. I wanted to make sure that I got each area securely done. Each coat basically was done to a good enough standard for myself. And then by this point, obviously I needed the steps because I'm only 5'5". I can't reach the top of the shed, and I wanted to make sure I was doing a good job of it and try not to break my neck at the same time. At least I could have earned £250, I suppose, from you being framed. But at this point, obviously, I'm realising that I'm losing light very quickly as well. So I was just trying to work really quick, getting it done, whilst obviously doing a good job at the same time. If I had one improvement for this paint, it would be that they need to make that lid easier to get into, because it took me far too long each time. I really enjoyed painting it though, and I can't wait to do part 2 to make sure that obviously everything is evenly covered and all the same colour finally after a year. Right guys, so enough of me being a complete idiot prancing around painting the shed. Yeah, that's for part 1. As I said, part 2 will hopefully be up soon, weather permitting. Obviously I will do a link into part 2 for part 1, part 1 into part 2. Once it's up, I will add it to the end credits. But yeah, thank you Ronseal for sending this to us, and we will obviously hopefully put all the before and after pictures up very soon in a blog post. We'll speak to you again soon, guys. Bye. Let's try that again. I'll speak to you again soon, guys. Right, bye.